The good weather has started and I do most of my workouts outdoors. Today, I am presenting a very good workout for the upper body, discussing its effect, consisting of fundamental plyometric exercises, standard variations, plus a resistance band exercise at the end. You can also find this workout in my program, among many others. So, I'm back on this communist ruin, which I detest with much passion, but this is where I've built my body, and anyway, there aren't too many options. The workout starts with this dynamic explosive exercise. The grips need to be switched between them. The goal is to be very explosive. The aim is to influence the recruitment of as many motor units as possible to increase the contraction power, thus ultimately the strength of the muscles. Though about 3-4 sets, I did 3, and if you feel that you have enough muscular energy, then you can even combine it with a few seconds of hanging. Just so you know, pull-ups are naturally strength exercises, even the standard ones. However, plyometric pull-ups are theoretically supposed to recruit fast-twitch muscle fibers even more efficiently. This is the goal of the workout, to train these powerful anaerobic fast-twitch fibers. Next, I'm moving on to dips, the other kinetic chain, with the same approach, prioritizing plyometric dips, but here I actually did 3 variations. The first set is a combination of stationary plyometric dips with standard dips for the muscle hypertrophy effect. The second and third sets are harder explosive dips with forward movement, plus some standard dips. This combo is highly efficient. As you can see, I don't do many repetitions. The more difficult the explosive exercises are, requiring higher contraction force, the greater the tension on tendons and ligaments, and generally on joints too, to cushion the sudden large increases in tension upon return, the eccentric part. Therefore, the return part heavily strains the joints because of the strong braking. That's why few repetitions are done, which is why I combine them with standard exercises to lubricate the joints and to train the muscles more controlled. However, you can notice the quality of the repetitions, the movements, the precision in execution, and the control I have. To reach this level of control, to have this form and muscular endurance, required many years of fundamental training, the basics of calisthenics, with a focus on volume and quality. Now back to pull-ups. Although I'm not doing them in the same style, the explosive component remains. I've brought my chest forward, as you can see. The body form is arched, a bit in hyperextension because this China variation has a wide grip primarily, and the intention is to touch the bar with the chest to hit it. So the range is longer than usual, and to achieve this, the muscle contraction force was greater. Again, look at how controlled and precise my movements are, maintaining a pleasant aesthetic form. This exercise trains the scapular muscles very effectively, as can be seen. It's a useful exercise for muscle hypertrophy. I only did 3 sets this time. Normally, I would go with 5 sets, or at least this is my recommendation for you. By the way, since people unintentionally appear in the frame, if you are around 14 years old, I recommend doing physical training very constantly while the skeletal system is not fully developed, not mature. You will build a much more solid bone structure on which to lay muscles. So kudos to these 2 boys, but what I also recommend, if someone with a lot of experience is training near you, ask questions, my friend. I guarantee it's worth it. And now on to push-ups on the ground, a combo of 3 variations, basically an intense superset, high volume, 30 repetitions plus isometry. I only did 3 such supersets, but I would normally recommend 4. The exercise starts with clap push-ups, so you need to push up strongly, explosively. I did 10 such repetitions, after which I quickly executed 10 standard push-ups to fatigue the other muscle fibers. Then I held an isometric push-up position to recharge with some muscular energy, paradoxically somewhat, since at this point it's not exactly easy to hold a push-up. But immediately after, I could barely do another 10 standard push-ups. A super combo for explosive strength, power, muscular endurance, for developing muscular metabolism, very important if you need endurance, and for influencing hypertrophy. I noticed that recent literature indicates that high volume leads to superior adaptations. So when we talk about increasing strength and muscle mass, volume helps. The main problem is that we lose form and control due to muscle fatigue. This also depends on your athletic base, how well trained you are or aren't, and definitely on the energy support provided by nutrition. If you don't have enough muscle glycogen, it will be hard to perform these exercises. Anyway, all the plyometric exercises I've presented should theoretically use phosphocreatine as an energy substrate, along with glycolysis. Anyway, glycolysis supports the rest of the exercises. So we are talking about mostly anaerobic exercises. It's hard to do volume, I know, but the training in which we challenge ourselves is beneficial as long as we handle it well. So we have these components such as training frequency to improve and build our athletic base. Next, we have nutrition, which aids in recovery and provides an energy substrate. And afterwards, we have fine control to not lose form or to lose it as little as possible. Quality always beats any volume done completely wrong. But we kind of need to find that sweet spot. Now, my recommendation is that if you have the necessary time to extend your workout session, and especially if you still have the necessary muscular energy, then I recommend a 10 to 15 minute work with loop resistance bands for relatively the same muscle groups. The purpose is to strengthen the muscles to influence their development. I did only this exercise and mainly for the latissimus dorsi, but it recruits, as can be observed, many more muscles. As I've already mentioned, add some more band exercises. Be creative, 3 to 4 sets for each arm are enough, but pay attention to your form and execution because with the bands, it's easy to perform the exercise in such a way that it doesn't work the muscles as you wish. It's all about counteracting forces and concentrating all the mental effort on the muscle that's working. The latissimus dorsi and biceps are extremely powerful muscles. In my case, very well trained. That's why I use 3 loop resistance bands. But even so, I felt the need to increase the number of repetitions. Otherwise, I feel like I'm working in vain. You need to develop this ability to be present, to focus, to feel the muscles working and how intensely they are working out. That's generally what it's all about when training. If your mind is elsewhere, you might not cause significant effects in your body because you're not giving it your all. I don't know if this makes sense to you. Now, thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you like it. Let me know, leave a comment. I don't know, share it with your friends. And yeah, I also want to remind you that I have some programs on my website. It's not one size fits everybody. I know difficult programs a little bit, you'll have to study them. But if you're interested in my training philosophy, see some workouts, some training routines, you can go and check them out. Thanks for watching. We catch you in the next video. Ciao.